Good morning to the Every Bit Day is Saturday crowd. My name is Daryl Parness. I live in Austin, Texas. Um, I am doing changes to my life thanks to Sam Crowley. I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning and do a run around the block. Well, the run isn't exactly a block, it's kind of like down and uphill. And when I first started, I come home and I couldn't even breathe. And now I'm actually, getting better. I set goals. Some days do better than others. I run at least 4 or 5 days a week. I don't run on the weekends because I kind of oversleep because it's the weekend. But my goal is to make every day a Saturday. I'm actually going to be resetting my alarm till I can probably run like 6 days a week instead of 4 days a week. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure something out. Also, I'm an Uber driver right now. When I'm between jobs, I drive for Uber. That way, I have a way to make income instead of like, hey, what am I going to do? I found a way and I do it. One thing is, this is a great story. I was driving a couple of passengers to to over here in Austin, on the other side of the airport from where I live. There is a surf park where people can go surfing in the middle of Texas. Some great entrepreneur. Well, these guys are there. Like they put a surfboard in the back of my Suburban, and they took it with them to the surf park. And on the way there, they're asking me about, well, um, are there boars here in wild boars here in Texas? I'm like, yeah, they're a problem. They're causing a lot of damage. And I mentioned the podcast that Sam Crowley mentioned a while back about the boar hunt, about how much damage the boars do, and that there's actually a podcast dedicated to that. And so continuing on, the guy's like, well, can you boar hunt? I said, I think you can boar hunt, and you're wrong. I'm not 100% sure. So this young man in his early 20s with his buddy in early 20s, both from New York City, they get on the phone, they got on their phones and they look up boar hunting. They get on the phone. While on the way there, they call up and say, hey, we'd like to go hunting with you tomorrow. What is it going to cost? And asked about getting gear. And they said, okay. Hung up and said, hey, dude, we're going boar hunting tomorrow. Yeah, these guys are living life to the fullest, when they have a chance. And I thought that was great. Then on the whim, they said, hey, we're going to go boar hunting tomorrow. And then also recommend a good place for them to get, some of the hunting gear they're going to need, like the orange jackets and stuff like that. If you know hunting, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, look it up. Diaglo orange makes people know, yeah, that's not an animal. Don't shoot them. But anyway, I thought it was really awesome that these guys were just on a whim, were asking about boar hunting. Said, wait a minute, you can boar hunt here in Texas. And so they called up and they went boar hunting. I don't know what happened, but they even said if they got a boar, they were able to take some meat home. Well, I thought that'd be kind of a great thing that these guys were doing things to make every day a Saturday. So, yeah, there are people out there who at times live in that philosophy.